My name is Nathan Braatz, and I've been diagnosed with Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a vector-borne illness. It is a spirochete. What it does is it is transferred through ticks, a tick bite, and it gets into the bloodstream, and then it infects the body. I was in Green Lake County, and I noticed that I had some burl holes in the back of my leg. I really didn't know what it was. It looked really disgusting. Well, within 4 months, I got the flu. And after I got the flu, I got a chest cold. And then within about 14 days of having this chest cold, I started getting really deep spasms in my chest. And then I started getting really severe sensitivity to light. I would be outside, and all of a sudden I would get really severe head pressure migraines, and then I would lose my speech function. Chronic fatigue set in, joint pain, nausea, vertigo. I have about 15 different symptoms. I went from being totally normal, healthy, to having tremendous amount of different debilitating symptoms. In the first year alone, I was hospitalized in the emergency room 8 times. And as time went on, I kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then I saw a neurologist in Milwaukee. He put me on an antibiotic. And for the first time in over a year, I didn't have the chest spasms. It took 3 years for me to receive the proper diagnosis and get proper treatment. The way my doctor has explained it is that the Lyme has infected my spinal column and has eaten the protective coating around the nerves. It's called the myelin sheath. That myelin sheath is an insulated coating. It's like if you take an extension cord and you remove that insulated coating. If you take some metal and you hit those areas that are bare, it sends shock waves and the signals don't transfer properly. Because my Lyme disease wasn't diagnosed properly, I didn't receive the treatment that I required for 3 years. The Lyme broke the blood-brain barrier and has now caused cognitive and neurological problems. Once I got on the antibiotics, my seizures began to decrease. I think after the first 2 weeks or so, I had like 7, and then they decreased more and more. So that has improved. And I've discovered environmental things that need to be controlled. Like I cannot go in bright light whatsoever. I lose my speech and motor functions instantly. The discovery of Lyme disease is bittersweet. Getting the treatment was imperative. I have made improvement, but I'm nowhere near the level of function or independence that I was before. It is imperative that we take action, that we just don't pretend that this is going away, because it isn't. The CDC came out last year, and originally they were saying 30,000 new cases a year. Now they said 300,000 new cases a year in the United States. So it's becoming more prevalent, and we need to make advances for early detection, for prevention, and for treatment. I also want to communicate that it's imperative that we provide support for those who are suffering from Lyme disease and other chronic diseases, because it's a lonely place to be, and it's a dangerous place to be. To put it into perspective, the #1 cause of death for Lyme disease patients is suicide. And I want to be an inspiration. I want to be an inspiration for people that are suffering and that don't have the support they need. And it's important to understand too where my strength comes from, and that's from the Lord, because without him, I don't know if I'd be here, you know? You know, fear is false evidence appearing real, and we have to overcome that fear, and we have to just work to focus on the positives in our life. And that's what I want to get across to the world, to the masses, that there is hope. And I want people to know that, you know, love is the greatest gift that we have. And it's the only thing that truly exists. And it's the love of Christ that teaches us how to love one another, and that sustains us. And I think it's very important for people to understand that he's my strength, my courage, my hope, and my definition of love.
But ain't nothing gonna stop me now. I'm on my way. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. If I could say yeah, ain't no one gonna hold me down. I'm on my way. Oh yeah, I'll see you when the morning comes and the day breaks. I think I finally got it figured out.